major flooding, heavy rain, and powerful winds blast the United States.
It could be the worst part of this is still to come.
Hurricane Matthew pounds the East Coast.
There is nothing safe about what's getting ready to happen.
Bracing for impact, coastal communities prepare for what's to come.
Leave now before those areas flood.
News 3 is tracking the threat of Hurricane Matthew.
Live from WTKR News 3, your news at 11 starts right now.
Baseball practice turns into terror. A gunman opens fire on Republican congressman. The new details we are learning about the suspected shooter. Bullets riddle a baby's bedroom.
It was like somebody just pow, 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 and just ran.
The events that police say unfolded the moments before the shooting.
News, a military plane goes up in flames. What we're learning about the deadly plane crash.
Finding missing money. Does finders keepers stand up legally? What you should do if you find cash that isn't yours. Charges upgraded against a local security guard.
It's pretty absurd that they upped it to murder one. There's no grounds for it.
In an exclusive interview, the suspect's father tells us why they're surprised about the sudden change.
Plus, one teen makes a big splash on 4th of July. The chaotic events that unfolded in a local neighborhood before his pickup takes a dive into the pool.
A fun trip to the park turns to fright for one family.
She got tossed up in the air and came down. She landed on her head and shoulder.
The injuries one woman is facing after a scary tumble on a water ride.
Next at 11, tighter security at the airport. The 3 new measures you need to hear before you fly.
A startling home invasion. An elderly woman robbed at gunpoint. What she was wearing that police say the thieves were after.
Plus, a possum problem for one local family.
So I turned on the light, looked down, and here were these really beady pink eyes.
How they got the creature out and the damage it left behind.
A New York police officer shot on the job. Next at 11, the criminal charges police say the suspect was already facing.
A fiery mistake. How one man tried killing a wasp nest and ended up sparking a massive fire.
And a shopping scare, the warning one woman has for others before you grab that cart. We do have some breaking news for you right now. Newport News police say an 11-year-old boy was shot tonight. It happened less than an hour ago on Jefferson Avenue. Officers say the boy was taking out the trash when he was shot in the shoulder. Right now, officers don't know how serious these injuries are. We do have a crew headed to the scene, and we'll bring you any new information as we get it. Breaking news at this hour, an 11-year-old boy shot in the shoulder in Newport News. You are looking now at live pictures of the scene there on Jefferson Avenue. Police got this call just after 10 o'clock tonight. Officers say the boy was taking out the trash when he was shot in the shoulder. Right now, officers don't know how serious these injuries are. We're going to be following this story very closely for you online and right here on News 3.
Right now, we want to get to breaking news in Portsmouth, where fire crews are putting out hot spots after battling a massive fire at a local church. The blaze sent black smoke billowing into the sky and could be seen for miles. News 3's Kim Kung has been at the scene all night, and so, Kim, this has to be devastating to the church members.
Yeah, I spoke to the pastor of Miracle Christian Center Church who leases space inside this church building. I'm Kim Kung, News 3.
Kim, thanks so much. Let's talk weather now. Take a look at some pictures we have. These are pictures a News 3 viewer in Chesapeake snapped. Photos of some of the damage after tonight's storm. Strong winds, heavy rain, took down trees, tossed around backyard belongings, and we are not out of the clear just yet. Let's send things over to Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rocky in the Elephant Insurance First Warning Weather Center. All right, listen to this. Nasty weather causing a fire at a fire station. A suspected lightning strike at a Williamsburg fire station. Officials say one of the air conditioning units on the roof caught fire during tonight's storm. Most of the crew was out on a call when the fire started. Firefighters from James City County and York County came in to help put out the flames. In about 15 minutes, no one was hurt. We're now to a big developing story. New video tonight shows President Trump leaving the hospital where Representative Steve Scalise is in critical condition after being shot. The congressman and 5 others were practicing for a baseball game in Alexandria this morning when a gunman opened fire. Kristen Holmes has the new details on the suspected shooter. News 3 had a crew in the nation's capital, and earlier we spoke with Virginia Beach Congressman Scott Taylor about the terrifying situation. Taylor tells News 3 he hopes this softens the partisan divide.
Hopefully, in this tragedy, what comes out of it is a toning down of rhetoric and the understanding that both sides are deeply committed to this country.
Now, all throughout the day, local politicians have been tweeting. Virginia Senator Tim Kaine tweeted this, praying for Steve Scalise and all hurt in the outrageous attack this morning in Alexandria. And Representative Bobby Scott, my thoughts and prayers are with Steve Scalise, my colleagues, their staff, and all the others affected by this morning's horrific shooting. And this just in, the Washington Post reporting tonight that Special Counsel Robert Mueller is investigating President Trump for possible obstruction of justice. Mueller is in charge of overseeing the investigation into Russia's role in last year's presidential election. The Post reports that Mueller could interview 3 top intelligence officials as part of the probe this week. The man accused of shooting a Virginia Beach police officer, then barricading himself inside his home for hours, will remain behind bars. Brian Cage is charged with attempted capital murder. This after police say he shot at officers who were serving a warrant for charges of child pornography. Today, Cage appeared through video conferencing in a Virginia Beach courtroom. He told the judge he is a retired Army vet and does not qualify for a public defender. His next step is to retain an attorney, and a preliminary hearing has been scheduled for August 11th. The U.S. Marshals and Newport News Police arrest a man wanted for rape in Richmond. Authorities say 35-year-old Dedrick Young Jr. is now in custody. They found him at a home on 46th Street on Monday. Police say Young has been on the run since last July. He is currently being held at the Newport News City Jail awaiting transfer to Richmond. Police in Norfolk say a 17-year-old girl hit a 45-year-old with her car while trying to park. Now, this happened at a 7-Eleven on Indian River Road around 3:30 this morning. When officers got there, they found the man with life-threatening injuries. He was rushed to the hospital and at last check is in serious condition. Police say the man was just standing outside the convenience store when he was hit. The 17-year-old stayed at the scene. Tonight, no charges have been filed. An excavator cutting trees caught fire in Suffolk. Crews got the call to Center Point Drive around 10 this morning. Firefighters say when they got there, they found the machine engulfed in flames. No one was hurt. Right now, investigators are still working to figure out how it started.
Tonight, intense storms strike our region, leaving 50 Virginia Beach homes damaged, 12 of them condemned tonight.
That's right. And tonight we are on the ground bringing you team coverage of this devastating storm. News 3's Anthony Sabella in Chesapeake, Margaret Kavanaugh bringing you the very latest from Virginia Beach.
But first, let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Patrick Rocky in the Elephant Insurance First Warning Weather Center.
You've been helping us tell the weather story all night long. Pictures and video pouring into our newsroom. This is video of heavy rain and wind from Columbus Street in Town Center in Virginia Beach.
And check this out. Hail dropped down in the Greenbrier section of Chesapeake. You could see it coming down pretty heavy in one of the backyards of a viewer.
If you're going to want to look at your screens for this one, a News 3 viewer sent us this video of intense lightning and what looks like a tornado. This is in Virginia Beach. You can see how close it comes to this person's home.
And right now, our team coverage continues in Chesapeake. A church destroyed tonight by the severe storm. News 3 first brought you this story on air earlier tonight.
News 3's Anthony Sabella joins us live from the church parking lot on Centerville Turnpike. So, Anthony, what's the damage look like?
Hey, Bev. Hey, Todd. Yeah, we're here in the parking lot of Real Life Church, as you said, on Centerville Turnpike. And I want to show you behind me what this damage looks like. As you can see, a good portion of the right side of the building to the right of the main entrance is completely collapsed to the ground. And so that's a huge disappointment for church members here. And I want to
some areas really got hammered hard with flooding. Take a look at these pictures from downtown Suffolk. You can see how the waters reached the front steps of some of the businesses there.
We've got some pretty amazing pictures throughout the night. Check this one out. You can see what appears to be a tornado spotted near the Jordan Bridge in Chesapeake.
Many homes hit hard by these storms. This is a picture of a home on Rock Lake Loop in Virginia Beach. You can see the siding ripped off of 2 of the homes in this photo.
And that's where our team coverage continues right now. News 3's Margaret Kavanaugh joins us live. So Margaret, neighbors are seeing a ton of damage from this storm.
Yeah, it looked like a war zone when we first pulled into this neighborhood a few hours ago. Debris like this all over the place. It's on the sidewalks. It's on people's property all over, including, take a look at this house. There's 12 homes, according to the fire department, that have been condemned because of the intensity and the damage. You can see all of the damage on this home. Several of them look like this in this neighborhood. The rain is coming down again tonight, which is the last thing these people need after the beating they took earlier today.
And check this out. What you are looking at appears to be a funnel cloud in Virginia Beach. A News 3 viewer sent us this video from near Oceana.